Since they were first conceived back in 1984, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have always been a huge hit, and somehow, despite all of the things that have come and gone since then, the Ninja Turtles have managed to keep a foothold in popular culture. Sure, their popularity has waned from time to time, but somehow they always manage to make their way back into the hearts and minds of new generations of fans. So, does this new Turtles movie manage to maintain that tradition? Let's find out. So the movie starts in the home of Baxter Stockman, who has created a mutagen of some kind, and the company he works for is out to find him. When they send a tactical team to take the mutagen, it suddenly goes missing. Cut to 15 years later, and we find our favorite turtle teens jumping around the rooftops of New York City, and we learn that they spend most of their time hiding in the shadows, messing around, and running errands for their dad, Splinter. One night, while goofing off with a ninja star, they meet high school reporter April O'Neil, who looks more like Patrice O'Neil, and quickly becomes their friend. Wanting to find a way to reveal themselves to the world and help April save her high school reputation, devise a plan to find the mysterious criminal Superfly, who is the cause of all the uptick in crime throughout the city. But things take an unexpected turn when they discover that Superfly is actually a mutant like them. We also learn that Superfly is stealing parts to make a machine that will shoot mutagen into the air and eventually kill every human on Earth. So, will the Turtles be able to... Okay, tell you what, I'm just gonna stop all the pretense. This movie absolutely stinks. I honestly went into this movie with a bit of hope. I thought the animation style, while different, made it look interesting, and I was really hoping that they would be able to make a good movie that was worthy of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle name and get a new group of fans excited about the franchise. But after sitting through this pile of garbage, I am really surprised that they even decided to release the movie. What was so bad about it? Well, I'm glad you asked. First, I'll start with the animation choices and the character designs. I was hoping this would be kind of like the Spider-Verse, in the sense that it would look like a comic book that's come to life in some ways. But it looks like someone vomited on the screen. Aside from the Turtles, who actually do look pretty good, everything else looks terrible. The human characters are very grotesque and deformed looking, and the other mutants have very off-putting details. Like Bebop has pierced man boobs that sag from the weight of his piercings. Who wants to see that? And the villain plot is also as generic as it gets. Superfly, who is voiced by Ice Cube, wants to build a device that shoots a beam into the sky. How original! This beam will cause a mass mutation and eventually kill every person on Earth. And if that sounds familiar, it's because it's the Lizard's plan from Amazing Spider-Man. But my biggest complaint is what they've done to one character in particular. The whole reason why the Turtles are ninjas is because Splinter taught them to be ninjas. It's even in the theme song of the original cartoon. And the only reason he teaches them to be ninjas is a revenge killing. But in this movie, he teaches them to be ninjas so they can learn how to sneak around in the dark and not be seen. Also, Splinter has always been either the pet of Hamato Yoshi, the man killed by the Shredder, or Hamato Yoshi himself, who is mutated when he comes in contact with mutagen. And he uses his first-hand knowledge to teach the Turtles to become ninjas. But in this movie, he's just a normal everyday city rat who came across the Turtles in the sewers and taught them how to be ninjas by watching YouTube tutorials. What the fuck? These aren't small, insignificant details that are being changed. These are story elements that are at the core of these characters. Without it, there's no connection to the Shredder. Yes, hypothetically, they could introduce a character called Shredder in another movie, but what would be the point? And you're probably thinking, hey, they changed the origins of Splinter back in the 2014 live-action movie. Yeah, they did. And that movie also sucks nuts. Also, the Turtles took out their weapons to use them maybe twice. There's so little ninja in these Ninja Turtles, the movie might as well just be called Green Teenagers in New York City. And I guess what really irks me about all this is that in the promo material, Seth Rogen says this:
as long as I can remember, I was a Ninja Turtles fan.
Which is obviously a lie, because no fan of the Ninja Turtles would make changes that totally alter the origins of the Turtles in such a way. So, I guess the big question is, will kids like it? And honestly, I really don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. This movie probably would have been a better experience on a streaming service. I really don't think it's worthy of a theatrical release at all. If there's one positive in this whole movie, it's that the kids doing the voices of the turtles do have good chemistry, so there's that, but that's really about it. So if you want to take your kids to this, that's fine. I certainly don't think anything less of you for it, but honestly, there are so many other options that can introduce your kids to the Ninja Turtles that there's really no need to go see this movie at all because it's absolutely terrible. Well, that's it for this one, guys. Did you see Mutant Mayhem? What did you think? Do you think I'm way off? Did you really like it? Or are you like me and you think this is a big pile of garbage? Leave a comment below, let me know. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.